Hi everyone! So today is I'm filming my first ever tutorial for this little guy. It's Winnie the Pooh in an Easter costume. So I figured I could film for him as my first tutorial. So yeah, let's get started. So the materials you will need are a rainbow loom hook or a crochet hook, whatever works for you. You're going to need brown, a color for the costume. I'm going to use neon pink today, but you need whatever color for a costume. And you're going to need mango, and you are also going to need your loom to make the ears. So now we can, oh, and you're also going to need some pony beads for the eyes, and you're also going to need stuffing. I'm going to use polyfill today to stuff him. And if you don't have mango, you can also use yellow too. But I'm going to use mango today. One thing I also forgot to say, you're also going to need a different color pink. Or you're going to need opaque pink. But I don't have any opaque pink, so I'm going to use this fuchsia. And you're going to need this for the inside part of his ear, like the pink part right there. Okay, so for the ears, you are going to start, or you're obviously going to do it on the loom, but you're going to take your bunny color and you're going to take 2 bands. No double looped, no nothing. Just you're going to put 2 bands like that. And then you're going to take 2 more bands and put them like that. And then you're going to go down each side 3 times. So like 1, 2, and 3. And you're going to do the same for the other side. 1, 2, and 3. And now you're going to take the inside pink, which is supposed to be opaque pink, but I don't have it, so I'm using a different color. And you're going to go down the center. You're going to go down the center like that for those 3 times. And you're actually going to go down 4 times instead of 3. So it's like that. It's kind of hard to see the different colors, but you can kind of see. So like that. And now you're going to take 2 of your bunny costume color and go right in. And then you're going to go in again. So now we're going to do a cap band. And this is, I'm going to use my hook and I'm going to wrap it 1, 2, 3. And you can do 3 or 4 loops. So like if you wanted to do 4 loops, you just wrap it again and then you have 4. But I'm going to do 3 loops, so I'm just going to take that out. So I'm going to do 3 loops and then I'm going to put it on this peg. So you're going to put it, oh gosh. So you're going to put, okay, we're going to do it a different way. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it on this peg 3 times. So I've done 1, 2, 3. So now I have 3 loops on if you can see 3 loops on this peg. So now we're going to do the triangle bands, and you're just going to go like that. You're going to go like that. Oh, you can't see it. So you're going to put a triangle band right here, and then you're going to go right there, and then you're going to go right there. So now we can loop it. So you're going to go through the capping band. I'm sorry if my hand's in the way. You're going to take the top 2 bands. I only got 1, so I have to go back again and get 1 more. Oh my gosh. Okay. So now you have it looped like that. So you went there, and then now you're going to go back in and get the next 2 that should be going to the left. The first 2 should have went to the right. The second 2 should have went to the left, and the last 2, which are your middle color, are going to go in the middle. So we're going to make it easier for ourselves, and we're going to loop all the way up in the middle, just so we can get the easy part out of the way. Now you're going to go over here, and you're going to go to the right, and you're going to get those bottom 2, and you're going to go up, and that should be there. Okay. So now you're going to loop up all the way up. And then when you get to here, you're going to do that side first. So now it's technically the same thing for the left side. You're just going to go up the left side all the way up. And then when you get to the top, just go like that. And then I'm going to push everything down. Okay. So we're going to not put it. So you're going to make a slip knot. These 2 bands. You're going to slip knot it. Like that. And then like that. So you slip knotted it. Like that. And then you're going to take the ear off your loom. Actually, yeah, I'm going to take it off from the bottom. You're going to take it off like that. No. And then when you get to the top, you're going to stick your hook in. And you're going to get everything. So now you have all these bands on your hook. But now you're going to take the slip knot band, that you made, and you're going to slide everything onto your hook. Everything on your hook onto that. So I'm going to do it slow at a time. So much for slow. Yeah, I didn't do it slow at all, but it's okay. And now your ear should be on that. And I'm just going to let it go. And this is your ear. And if you don't like how the ear looks, you can totally make it how you want to make it. Yeah, this is just the way I did it. But you can make it however you want. And then you're going to, just go through a cap band and just pull it up so you can get kind of like a point. That didn't do anything, but yeah. So if you have a holding hook, I have a holding hook, so I'm going to put this on my holding hook just so to make sure that the holding thing doesn't come off, which I know it won't, but just for safety, I'm going to put it on. I'm going to slide it down. So now now you guys can go make another ear on your own, and if you need to rewatch how to make the ear, you can do so. But now you're gonna go make your second ear, so you have 2 ears. So now that you have your two ears done, they're on my holding hook. Now you have your two ears done. We are going to make the arms and legs. So the arms and legs are going to be in your costume color. So like here, they're in Pearl Caribbean green. So you're making the arms and legs in your costume color. So the arms and legs are a magic ring with 6 stitches. So you're going to go like 1, 2, 3. And then and then I have 6 bands here. So that's how I know how many stitches I'll have. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. So you're going to put the cat band like onto your hook like that. Then you're going to reclaim and make a, okay, I went through that kind of fast. So you should have something like this. And now you're going to go through your 3 loops again. So you have 3 loops. And then you're going to slide, oh no, okay, let me go through again. Okay, so I have my 3 loops. Now you're going to take your second band and you're going to put the 3 loops on it, and then you're going to reclaim, and then you have these 3 bands. I'm going to take the second one and this third one. So like that. I'm sorry if this doesn't make really sense. I'm not really good at explaining things. This is my first tutorial, so I'm working on it. And then you go back into the cat band and you do the same thing. You take the bottom 2 and you put that over the bottom 2 only. And then you do the same thing. You're supposed to go through back your cat band again, and then you have these 3, so and then you take the bottom 2 and like that, and then you go back in, you go through your cat band, put the 3 loops onto that band, and then you reclaim, and now you have these 2 that you want to put over. So you have 1, and then you have that bottom one and you put it over. So this is our last one, our last stitch. So you do the same thing, have the bottom 2, put the bottom 2 through. So now we have 6 stitches. It's kind of hard to see or hard to count. So if you see this is supposed to, let me see if I can pull it out. Yeah, there. So that is a stitch. So that's 1. And then there's one below it, which is 2. And then 3 is below it. Next to the 3rd one, there's a 4th one. Next to the 5th one, or next to the 4th one, there's a 5th one. And then the one on your hook is your 6th one. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches. So now you're going to go through your first stitch. You're going to take your last band and you're going to make a slip knot. So you're going to slide everything on your hook onto there, and now you have these 2, and now you have your leg. Don't do the slip knot too tight because these are technically the arms and legs, and they're going to become, and the slip knots are going to, like, you're going to have to undo the slip knots. So once you're done with your slip knots, I have another holding hook. You're going to need 4. So as you see, I already have my 4. So you guys have to go make 3 more. And then once you're done doing that, we're going to make the nose. So now we're going to make the nose. And the nose, you're going to need brown. As you can see, I have brown. So you're going to need brown. So take 3 bands. You have 3 bands on your hook. You're going to wrap 1, 2. You're going to wrap 2 times on your hook. So now you should have like about 9 loops, but you don't really need to count that. You just have to wrap 3 bands 2 times on your hook. And now you're gonna slip knot like that. You're gonna slip knot 2 together like that. And you're gonna slide the nose onto it. And you're gonna try and slide the nose to the middle like that. And that is your nose. So now we're gonna actually start on Winnie the Pooh. I have the card pattern here to try and get it in frame. Move it up a little bit, and then I can put that right there and move that. Okay, there we go. And then that way I can still be in frame. Okay. Anyway, the pattern will also be in the description if the card patterns are hard to see. So the pattern will be in the description as well. So anyway, we're gonna start. So first we're gonna make a magic ring of 6 stitches, and I just showed you how to do a magic ring, so you should know how to do it by now. And if you've done Loomigurumi in the past, you will obviously know how to do it. So yeah, you're gonna take the 1 band, slide the cap band on, reclaim, and then slip knot. And then you're gonna go through your cap band. And then, yeah, you'll go through your cap band. Focus, okay. And then you're gonna do that 5 more times. And take the bottom 2, put up. Go back in. And do the same thing. Until you have 6 stitches. And I also forgot to say, you're gonna need a stitch marker. So you can use a C-clip or a stitch marker, but you're also gonna need one of those to mark it, like to mark your rows or whatever, so you like know when to stop. Okay, so now I have 6 stitches. We're gonna count, but yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is on your hook. So now we are gonna do row 2 where you increase all the way around. So you have 12. And you're also gonna put your stitch marker on the band on your hook. So like that. On the 6 stitches technically where you're putting it. So now we're gonna do increase or row 2. So you're gonna go into your first stitch. And then you're gonna take 1 band and do that. But you're not gonna go to the 2nd stitch. You're gonna go back into the first stitch and do the same thing. And now you're gonna do what you did for this one 5 more times. So you have 1 there, you have it there. You're gonna take 1 band, have the stitch through, like that. And now you're gonna do it again. Like that. And you're gonna do the same thing for the rest. I'm sorry if it's hard to see. I'm like trying my best. I don't have the best setup. So I'm like trying hard, so yeah. So you're gonna go to your 4th stitch. You're gonna do the same thing. 4th stitch. You put 2 in there. Oh. And then you're gonna go in your 5th stitch. And you're gonna do the same thing. And then when you get to the one with your C-clip, you can go in the stitch with the C-clip still on it, or you can take it off and do the stitch like this. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to do it without, but it doesn't really matter how you do it. You just need to do 2 stitches in the last one, so you have 12. And then once you get to this Once you've done the increases 6 times, because there were 6 stitches, you can move your C-clip from right here, this general area. Oh, you can remove the C-clip from here and place it on to the one with your hook. So now we're going to do row 3. Row 3, which is a single crochet and then an increase. But we're also going to add the eyes in this row. So make sure you have your 2 pony beads. I don't know what size these are, so don't ask me. I don't know what size they are. I think they're 9mm, but I have no idea. So yeah, you're just gonna... I'll just put my 2 pony beads right here. Okay, so let's get started. Sorry I keep moving you. I'm trying to find a good, like, angle, whatever, that I can... Oh no. So, sorry about the pause. I dropped my card patterns onto the floor while I was getting my beads out. So, yeah, you're gonna... Okay, so let's count our stitches first to make sure we have 12. So, there's 1. It's hard to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 is on your hook. You can also count the stitches by seeing these little teardrop shapes. They look like teardrops. So if you see those, you can count those too. Or if you see 12 of those teardrop all the way around, you know you have 12 stitches. So now we're going to do our single crochet and then we're going to do an increase. But on stitches 3 and 9, you're adding your eyes. So let's do the first stitch is a single crochet. Single crochet. So you're only putting 1 stitch in the first one. You're not going in the second time. Now you can move to your second stitch, and this time you're going to use 2 bands. So there's 1 stitch, but then you're going to go back again and do another one. So now here's the third stitch where we're going to add our eye. So you can take one of your eyes and you can slide, oh my gosh, you can slide a band through. And this is what we're going to use. And that's how we're going to add the eye. So we're on our third stitch right now, and it's still a single crochet, but just with the eye or with the bead on it. And if you don't have beads, safety eyes work fine. You can just add the safety eyes when we pause and add the ears and the nose. You can add the safety eyes then, or you can use wrap bands. I would maybe say use 2 wrap bands and wrap them 4 times, or use 1 wrap 4 times. It honestly doesn't really matter what you use, but I like using beads because, yeah, I just do. So now we're going to go into the 4th stitch. The 4th stitch is going to be an increase. So you're going to go up. You're going to go in. And you're going to pull up. This tiny stitch is kind of hard to pull. Like to pull with your finger. So you can go like that and do it like that. And then the next stitch will be, you don't go to the next stitch. You go back into the same stitch and do another single crochet like that. So yeah, that's what you do. Sorry I keep pausing. There's like, yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry about keep pausing. So now you have so now we're on the 5th stitch, and the 5th stitch is a single. So I like to think all the odd stitches are single crochets and all the even stitches are increases. So since we're on the 5th stitch, that's an odd. So it's going to be a single. Oh. Like that. There's a single. Now on the 6th, it's even, so it's going to be a increase. Okay, so now we're on the 7th. Yeah, we're on the 7th stitch. It's an odd, so it's going to be a single crochet. 8th stitch, which is an increase. I'm not in frame at all. So 8th stitch, increase. Now we're on the 9th. The 9th is where we'll be adding our second eye. So okay, I'm sorry for the pause. I was reading something. So you put a band through that for the second eye too. And you do the same thing like you did for the 3rd stitch. Just with the eye, you do a single crochet. Now we're on the 10th stitch. That's an increase. So increase, you go back in again, do an increase. 11th stitch is an increase. Or no, 11th stitch is a single. Your 12th stitch is an increase. Oh my gosh, okay. 12th stitch, increase. So, oh my gosh. So now we have our 18 stitches, and now we're going to do row 4, which is a single crochet, and then an increase. So the first stitch, single, second stitch, your second stitch is a single, and now your 3rd stitch, increase. Now your 4th, single, your 5th, single, your 6th, increase. Your 7th is a single, your 8th is a single, and then your 9th is and then your 9th stitch is an increase. Your 10th, your 10th stitch, single, your 11th stitch is a single, and then your what stitch am I on? Okay, 12. And then your 12th stitch is a increase. Your 13th stitch is a single. 14th, or I don't know, your 14th or 15th. No, your 15th stitch. No, your 14th stitch is a single. Your 15th stitch is an increase. And then you have 3 stitches left, so you know it's a single increase. 16th is a single. Your 17th stitch is a single, and your 18th, also known as your last stitch, is an increase. So there, now you have 24 stitches, and now it's kind of easier to count. Let me fix the angle. It's a bit easier to count because you can see the teardrops on the outside. So it's easier to count. So we can count. Let's count. Let me make sure we have 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24 is on your hook. So you can remove your stitch marker and move it to the band on your hook. So now, after you're done with your 24 stitches, you should have something like this. It looks a bit ugly right now, but we can fix the eyes when later. So now we're doing rows 5 through 9. And all you're doing is a single crochet, which is 1 stitch in each for 24 stitches. So you're doing 24, but you're only putting 1 band in each. And you're switching to your costume color, which for me is this pink. It's a neon pink, if any of you are wondering. So I'll do the first round with you, and then you guys can go off and do 4 more rounds on your own. So since we're switching colors, we're gonna do a slip knot. So you go through the stitch, but you're also gonna, so you're technically pulling everything that's on your hook onto the pink band. So now you have 1. And now you just keep going all the way around. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, so I think this is the 10th. Let me count real quick. Okay, yeah, 10. Okay. The 11th. Oh no. 11th. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. And 24. So now I've done my 24 stitches around in my costume color. It's not going to look great right now, but it's okay. It'll look better when we're done, or when we do more rows. So we can count 1, not this tiny one, not this one. You're going to ignore this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So now you guys are going to go do 4 more rows because we need 5 rows. So you guys can go do 4 more rows of the pink or whatever your color is. You guys can go do 4 more rows of that, and then I will meet you back here when you've done your 5 rounds. When you've done when you've done your 4 more rounds, I'll meet you back here. Welcome back. So you should have now finished your 4 more rows. So now you should have your 5 rows done. And now we're going to do row 10. So row 10 is where we're going to add the arms. So when we add the arms, it's pretty simple. You just undo the slip knot so you have something like that, and you just keep it like that. And then when we add the arm, the first arm, I'll show you how to put it on. So the first arm's going to go in stitch 5, so we'll count to 4, and then on the 5th stitch is when we'll add it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches. I had to move it a little bit, sorry about that. So now we're on the 5th stitch. So now you're gonna take your arm. As you can see, you have the 2 here and you have 1 here. You want the 1 part to go on like your hook, like this. Here, I'll just show you. So you want it to be like that, where the 1 part is near the tip or closest. So, and then you'll just do a normal stitch like that. And then you're gonna go to stitch 9. So that was the 5th stitch, and now we're gonna, and now that's the 6th. 7, 8, and 9. So now we've done 9 stitches. So now we've done 9, and now we're on the 10th stitch. So now you're going to take another one of your arms and just undo it again. And then you want it to be like that. Look like that. And then you're going to put it on. So now let's finish the row. Okay, so you just keep going with the row, and then after this row, we are going to add the ears and the nose, and we're also going to add eyebrows, and I'll show you how to make those too. Okay, so I'm about done with this row. I'm done with this row. So now you should still have 24 stitches, and then it should be like this, where the arms are at the bottom, and then the rest looks like that or whatever. Okay, so now we're gonna add the ears and the nose, but we're also gonna add eyebrows. So for the eyebrows, it's technically how we did like the actually never mind. So I'll just show you because I can't explain stuff. So you have this one band and that one that. You're technically doing a slip knot with these 2 bands. Oh, you're slip knotting that. So you have that, and then you have to make 2. So you do the same thing again. and you put that there. We put that over, and you do that. So you should have something like this, and then you reclaim like that. So now, those are your eyebrows. But then for here, we want to fasten it off, or temporary fasten off. So I'm just going to go into the next stitch, and I'm just going to fasten it off. So I pulled through everything on my hook and just tied a little slip knot. But yeah, and so yeah, the slip knot should be on your right. Should be on the right here, the right. So now we can add all the stuff. But first, let's push in the eyes. So you have the eyes, and then there's these two little bands or little loop things, whatever, and that you can put the eye through. Push them up like that, and then your eye is pushed in. So then you can do the same thing for the other eye. There, like that. So now your eyes are pushed in. So we're going to add the nose. So we're going to add the nose now. And you see these two little loops. So you have your magic ring right here, where my hook is. That's your magic ring. And then you have two little loops underneath it. That's where we'll add the nose. So you go in like this. You put your hook in through the loop. Like that. And then you'll pull one side of the nose through. So you have that, and then you're going to go to the loop next to it. No, wrong loop. Loop. And then you go to the one next to that loop. You pull the other end through the hole, or loop. So now you have that. Something like this. And then inside, there's these two brown bands. So I'm just going to go through both of them. And I'm going to take a mango band and pull both of those the brown loops over it. And then I'm just going to pull a slip knot. So that way the nose is secured. Now we can add the eyebrows. So you can add the eyebrows technically wherever you want. I'm going to put them here. I'm going to start it here. So I'm going to go in it like that, and then maybe not here. So I put it in this side. So you have the eye, and then there's this little hole, and that's the one next to that is where I put one of the first loops. And then for the eye, there's this loop, and then there's this loop. But there's this loop. So I'm going to put it up here. And then once you do that, once you put the eyebrow how you want it, I grab the two loops again from the eyebrow, and I'm going to pull a mango band through and slip knot. So that way the eyebrow is secured. And I just like to pull on the eyebrow. No! Okay, sorry about that. And then I just pull the eyebrow down like that. Like that. So it's like that. So it looks like this. So this is what you should have right now. And then you're going to do the same thing for the other side. Let me pull this back a little bit. There. So I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. The other side, I'm going to start like right here. Put it right there. And then I'm going to go like up here and pull it through. Like that. The eyebrows aren't exact, but they definitely don't have to be exact. So yeah, and then once you have this eyebrow, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to grab both things and you're going to pull through and slip knot. Okay, so now you've added your 2 eyebrows and the nose. We're going to add the ears. So get your 2 ears, and you're just going to add them where you think it will look best. So for here, this one, I added them like a couple rows back, and then I added them there. And like the same for this one. I tried doing it exact, but it didn't really work, but it's okay. So yeah, you're going to try and do put them on a couple rows back. So like I'm going to put them maybe right here. And I'm going to slide 1 loop through, and then I'm going to hold it like up so I can line up where the other loop goes. And the other loop will go back here. Trying to get it in. Got it. Okay. So there. And then once you put your ear through, you have your 2 pink loops. And you're going to slide a mango or whatever color you want through that. So you put them like that. And now it's nice and secure and it won't come like undone or whatever. So yeah, there's 1 ear. It's very floppy. But I kind of like it like that, so yeah, now let's add the other ear. Actually, if you want, you can put the ears above the eyebrows. That's what I'm doing. So you're going to do the same thing that you did for your first ear. I'm sorry guys, I'm not in frame. I'm trying. This is also new to me. So I'm going to maybe go right here. And then I'm going to slide 1 loop through. And then I'm going to hold it up, lay it down. Then I'm going to go back here all the way in the back and put the other one through. And then once you have both of your loops forward or in, you're going to take both of them, both sides, put them on your hook and make a slip knot like that. And this is all the attaching that we're doing. I'm sorry this one like doesn't look the best. My first one looks better, but it still looks pretty cute, so it's okay. So now we've added everything. So now there's 4 more rows that we have to do. So you know how you guys did your 4 more rows here? You're going to do the same thing, but you're only doing 4 instead. Well, you did 4 for here because I did 1 with you. So I will actually do 1 row with you, and then you guys can go off and do 3 more rows. So we're going to undo the slip knot, obviously, so we can continue. And then you just put your hook through and back on. So now you just do single crochets, and you're not adding any legs. You're not adding anything. You're just doing a normal row. And you should still have 24 stitches when you are done with this row and like all your rows. You should have 24 stitches. So you technically are just doing 4 rows of the same thing, of 24 of a single crochet with 24 stitches is technically what you're doing. So yeah. Sorry, was a fast loomer. I guess I'm not. I have this tutorial to do, and then there's a couple other tutorials that are gonna be filmed and posted. I don't know when, but I'm gonna have to find more time, another time to film another tutorial, because I have time today to film it, this one. So yeah, so this is almost done. I'm sorry if I have not been in frame. I'm really bad with this. Okay, so now we've done one row together. So now you guys are gonna go do 3 more rows of just single crochets in 24 stitches. So you're gonna do 3 more rows of that, and I will meet you back when you've done them. So welcome back. So you guys should have finished your 3 rows, and now we're gonna go onto row 15. But in this row, we're also going to add the legs in stitches 2 and 8. So let's go. Let's get started. So this is 1. And now we're on the second stitch. So I have my other leg. I'm gonna undo the slip knot, put one end on like that, so it looks like that, and then just reclaim. So that was 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so now we're on the 8th stitch, and you're gonna need your last. Now you're gonna need your last leg. So you undo the slip knot, and I messed it up. Okay. Okay, so I fixed my leg, and now we're on stitch 8. Stitch 8 is where you're gonna add your next leg, so it's gonna be like that, over, and you're gonna do your stitch. So now let's continue with this row. You probably have done a lot of these rows by now. So you probably will know how to do it. And yeah. This is your, if you've made it this far, I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you for making it this far, because I sound kind of not like disgusting, whatever. And make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. That will be in the description, or my username will be in the description. And make sure you also make my designs. No, I'm kidding. You don't have to make them if you don't want to. So now we've finished row 15. So now we're going to go on to row 16, which is a single crochet, and then a decrease. So for here, we're doing like this part where we close it off. So like this part is what we're doing. So we can close him. So your first stitch is a single, and then your second stitch is a single, and then your third is when you're decreasing. So you grab the first loop, the front loop of the third stitch. See if I can try and show you the third. Yeah, okay, there. So I have the front loop of the third one, but I'm also gonna grab the front loop of the fourth stitch. So 3 and 4 are together with the front loop. And now I'm gonna do, okay, so when you finish your decrease, you have something like this. Yeah, so you don't want to go in there, you just want to go to the next stitch. Okay, so single, now we're back to singles, single, single, and then you're going to do another decrease where you grab the front loops of the next 2 stitches only. It's the next 2 stitches only, and it's the front loop only. So you just do a normal stitch, but with those 2 loops, and you ignore the, like that, and you just go right to the next one. Single, oh my gosh, okay, our second single, and then a decrease, which is the front loop of the next 2 stitches only. Single, 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 so I did my 2 singles, okay, okay, so now to decrease, single, single, decrease. Decreases are the next 2 stitches, front loops only. Single, single, decrease. So that is row 16. If you guys want to count your stitches, you can by counting the teardrops, the stuff that by counting these, the stuff like the teardrops or whatever, but I'm not going to count it because I've done many of these zooms before, and I know I have 18 stitches, so I'm not going to count, but if you want to count, you certainly can. So we're almost done with this design, which is good, and I'm almost done with the tutorial, which is also good. So, but okay, so now we're on row 17, which is a single crochet and a decrease. So yeah, let's just go. So the first stitch is a single, and then your second stitch is a decrease, and then a single. So you have your 1 single after your decrease. You did your 1 single, and then it's back to a decrease. Single, decrease, single, decrease, single, decrease, and then this is your last one, single, decrease. So now you should have 12 stitches. And I should have 12 stitches. So yeah, now you should have 12 stitches. But you want to, sorry, that crinkling, that's my next video, what that crinkling was. So now you want to grab your stuffing. And I'm going to grab, like, I can always grab more if I need to. Oh, oops. So I have a big clump. I'm just going to stuff him. I'm just going to put that in there. Like that. So now he should be nice and squishy. Squishy, squishy. You can add more, as much stuffing as you want. Yeah, you can technically add as much stuffing as you want. But yeah, I added my stuffing and I actually like how it looks right now. So I'm going to leave it. So now we're on row 18, the very last row, which is only decrease. So your first stitch, so it's 2 stitches together. So 1, 2, 1, and 2. 1 and 2. Actually, I'm gonna add a teeny bit more stuffing, just so there's a little bit more in the butt area, or like, just so it's not empty. There, like that. There. Decrease. Oh no. Okay. Oh my gosh. Decrease. Decrease. And then your very last stitch is a decrease. So yeah, once you finish that, you're just going to take one more band, pull that over, put the band that's currently on your hook, and you're technically going to do a slip knot. So this is the last band, and then that's the slip knot I put on. And then you see these, you're going to go in through one, and you're going to go through the stitches, and you're going to pull through the slip knot that you've just made. You're going to pull it through. Just pull through random spots on the butt. In the butt, you're just going to pull through. You're just going to go through random spots, and then it's how you fasten it off. And you're done. I hope you guys enjoyed making this little Winnie the Pooh in an Easter costume. If you did, please make sure to give this video a like, and please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And please comment below any tips you have for me on how to film better, because this is my first video or my first tutorial, and I want my future content to be good for you guys. So please comment below, like, tips and tricks if you have any for me. And I hope you guys enjoyed making this little Winnie the Pooh. If you did, please tag me on Instagram at BenDreamAloom. I would love to see your creations, and I hope you had fun making him, and see you next time.